I probably need to get in the picture.
Yep, it looks like we're live. Cool.
Beautiful.
We're live. Let's do it. So you came to the startup weekend this weekend, and what happened?
It was amazing. I came in with no idea what a virtual startup weekend with Techstars would look like, and was just quickly thrown into the typical whirlwind of startup weekend, except online. So it added another level of complexity. But honestly, it turned out to be really fun. Met up with an awesome team here with Stephen and Austin, and found a problem that Stephen presented, and really just jumped into it. So it took a second to get our engines running, but when we did, we were just off and worked really quickly and worked well together.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, this is my first startup weekend, so I didn't really know what to expect, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it did take a little bit of time to sort of get everything sorted out and get focused, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we got it, made good progress, and we got something at the end of it.
Good. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. It was really enjoyable.
How about you, Steven?
Yeah, this was an awesome weekend. So I started off by, when I found out about it, I reached out to Jared, and so we chatted a little bit, and then I made sure to have a pitch in like pretty much as soon as the channels opened on Discord, because I figured, forming teams would be huge and all that stuff. And it's funny because the core team members came on Friday during the, just the hustle and bustle of everything. And I got very fortunate with who I ended up working with. So I think this has been a really good time, and the mentors have been great. And it's weird having an environment where everybody's like, we want you to succeed and we want to push you a little bit further and a little bit further and a little bit further until you have something to work with. And I really love the fact that everybody was just down to work until random hours of the morning, and it's really impressed me. So
Sweet.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you guys did.
Yeah. I see a screen share portion of this. Austin, do you maybe want to click through the prototype that you worked on?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Cool. So Austin has been working on the code side of things. Jack was more on the, helping get the vision together on marketing and, making it viable in that part. And then, I kind of just had the idea, and we've been just running on it. So
yeah, I would love to do the screen share if I knew how.
Yeah, well, so we have a screen. I think Austin's trying to set up his screen share if possible, but I can also pull it up. I just wanted to let him go through what he worked on.
Sure.
I'm still figuring it out. It's like everything else. It's all learning experiences.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
So what was the general gist of the problem you tried to solve?
Yeah, so basically, at-risk populations, or vulnerable populations was our subcategory. So we were looking at, okay, there we go, we got it up. So it was pretty scary because we see this pandemic is actually becoming a lot bigger than I think any of us expected it to be. The WHO released their statement back in January, January 5th-ish, saying that, they identified this and that we didn't really need to worry that much. And then here we are now where, the economy has pretty much tanked, and basic services are kind of at stake.
Right.
So this is elder.info. So basically we want to create a concierge service to get things to our vulnerable population, which is people over 65. So if Austin wants to kind of go through our basic prototype. So we want to expand to a lot of different things, but we wanted a minimum viable product for right now. So what can we hunker down on, and then where can we expand from after, I think was what we kind of went for yesterday. So Austin, if you want to go into it.
Sure. Yeah, so a lot of the focusing was trying to figure out what that MVP was going to look like. You know, we have lots of ideas of how to help people. You know, at one point we had laundry as a service listed here. But yeah, we did focus after talking with some potential customers about what they were interested in and providing for their families. So we really narrowed in on groceries. So the main concept is you just order groceries. So you can set up a delivery on Monday, pick from stores in your local area. So right now, the limited area is just the Denver area. I'm from Seattle, but the other two, they're closer to the Denver area than I am. So you pick the grocery store that you want, add whatever groceries that you do want. So you know, you can just go with the example, 2 bananas and maybe some paper towels. Just submit it, and then it gets sent to the back end where a concierge is taking care of those orders and shipping it to you. So that's sort of the near term right now. It's a little bit manual, but you know, it could be very easily integrated with a grocery store's API. So the ordering is done automatically, and integrating with essentially a customer management system. You could use like Salesforce. But yeah, for right now, just trying to figure out really this product could deliver groceries or a prepared meal to someone right now.
So that's really cool because you're really focused on the vulnerable populations, aren't you? And figuring out ways that you can solve some of those problems. It's really, really exciting because if it wasn't for this startup weekend, you guys would never have met each other and have come about with this. So kudos for you. How did the teaming go?
It went good. I mean, I originally had another idea with another team, and sort of really in the last moment of team formation, my team merged with Stevens, and then I think we started off with 6 or 7 people.
We had 8 total. Yeah, so we were at the cap.
Yeah, so we were at the cap, and then like, I mean, typical startup weekend. I think that was sort of a difficulty in the digital scape was some people sort of dropped off and fell out as the weekend began. But we ended with the 3 of us, and we have one other team member, Jeremy, who wasn't able to make it on here. But yeah, worked out. Oh, there we go.
How are you?
Looks like we got him.
Nice.
Hello.
Jeremy!
I was like, this is a nifty little tool. I'm on my phone.
There we go. Perfect. So yeah, there we go.
The whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Somebody mute their thing.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Echo go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
When it's on speaker, it does feedback. Yeah.
yeah. So is the team solid? You feel good about what you did?
You know, honestly, I feel like we hacked away at something that it's viable to me, and I think it's a definite need based on what people have been describing to us through our interviews. And you know, as this progresses, I think, you know, we might end up seeing that there is a greater need for it, or we might not. But at least, you know, we have something that's working, so we can move forward with it. And I really hope that we end up, you know, hitting the boot camp, because it would just help us out a lot more on, you know, just learning. I think we could all benefit from it. So
What would you do if you did win?
what would we do if we didn't win? We can run with it. You know,
You did
Oh,
win.
if we did win,
We did.
oh yeah, I
pop
mean,
some champagne.
I don't have any champagne here, but I could look for something celebratory.
And then after that, I definitely think it's viable, and there's a very visible MVP. I mean, that Austin really even put together this weekend. So with the people we have here, and just looking at the market and looking at how timely the issue is, I think with, again, a little bit more mentorship, this is something that could move really quickly. And I think looking at the at the Techstars Accelerator would definitely be an awesome opportunity for
Hey,
elder info.
So I'm gonna mention one thing that you guys did really exceptional, and in the Give First spirit. We did have a couple of high school students. You said you had some dropouts, right? We did have a couple of high school students that we wanted to try to get into the mix and make them feel welcome and comfortable and stuff. And so you guys were all willing to mentor those guys and bring them into the team. And I think that's just awesome. And that's the spirit of Startup Weekend. That's the spirit of Give First, right? You can't help, if they have a life and they want to go hang out in the sunshine and stuff. But
I don't even think it was that. I think they both had a lot of homework this weekend.
Yeah, one had a AP stats.
Yeah, one of them
exam
had
coming up.
stats. We're trying.
Yeah, no, he was almost having like a panic attack on the Discord, and I was like, dude, just chill out. Like, school comes first. Like, take it seriously.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, making sure that he gets through high school is a good stepping stone. But
he could drop out of high school and join a startup. That's cool.
Yeah, totally. Because I don't want to recommend that.
So I come from working in the space of youth leadership development, and I have been kind of using Startup Weekend to frame out a hackathon that I want to do, where I want to have divisions of adults and then a youth division as well. So to do kind of a Startup Weekend for them as a culminating activity for maybe a summer camp. So that they would be together learning the skill sets and getting the soft skills as well as the technical knowledge over maybe a week or 2 week period. It's something that I know how to facilitate online. I've been through this experience. And so, I think that there's some really interesting value in working with high school kids. And if we framed it for them, meeting their needs developmentally, I think it could go a long way towards having a really cool workforce in about 2 years.
Yep.
No kidding.
Well, great, guys. We're going to sign off now, and you can see a replay of this on our YouTube channel, and you can reach out through startupweekend.us in order to find those links. So,
perfect.
Good.
Hey, thank you so much for your time.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Rich.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.